Everybody, J.M.Manion here at Pittsburgh. We're at the NPC Photo Gym. I'm here with IFBB Pro Bikini.
Jennifer Dorie.
Who likes to be called Jen.
Jen, yes, you can call me Jen.
Just to be sure.
Yes.
All right, so Jen, this is her road to the Arnold, the very first time.
My very first one. I'm super excited.
And let's get some people some background because she's from the Great White North. You know, she's above the border,
Yep.
Canada. Do you say a lot?
I actually do sometimes. I'll use it at the end of my sentence. I'll be like, yeah, I know, eh? Or like, you're tired, eh? But it's not in like a Canadian way. It's kind of just as like a, yeah? Like an open-ended question.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, eh?
That's what you're running with?
You get it, eh?
All right, so Jen, tell us, let's give the people at home an idea of your competitive history.
So last year was my first year as a pro, so that was my rookie year.
So, but leading up to it, how long had you been competing? How many contests?
So I started competing when I turned 18, I think it was, and then I did.
You're going to divulge your age?
I just turned 22, sorry, in October. Yeah, so I started competing when I was 18, and I did a few regional shows. We had to do regional and then provincial, then nationals. So my first year, I did I think like 6 shows. And then the second year, I did nationals in New Brunswick, and I won my class but not the overall. So in Canada, you have to win the overall to get pro card. That's when Dorie won.
Oh, okay.
In New Brunswick, yeah. And then the next year in Quebec, I won my pro card. So that was, I think 2017.
Okay.
And then I took the year off, and then came Toronto, my pro debut last year.
Toronto was your pro debut?
Yeah, that was my pro debut last year.
So in a way, you and Dorie have been like kind of a little attached at the hip there, right?
Yeah, so we met like way back then. So she won her pro card the year before me at the Nationals, and then I won mine the year after.
So what was it like competing against her in Toronto? Considering she had done it, I know she had done it the year before, and she took second to Michelle Sylvia.
She was like huge competition because she just looks insane, her shape. But we're friends, so like for us it was like friendly competition, and we got to know each other. We got to compete together in Tampa. We roomed together, so we became good friends since then. It was fun.
Yeah. So tell us what it was like going into the Toronto Pro Super Show. It's not like it's some obscure contest.
Yeah.
I mean, you're in one of the biggest contests in the world.
Yeah.
You know, were you nervous? Were you confident? Were you in between?
I was super nervous because I wasn't really sure what to expect. I just wanted to, my goal for my pro debut season was just get my face out there. I was going to do Toronto, Vancouver, and then maybe a show in the States. That was it. I didn't really know how I'd fare in the pro game, so I saw the girls backstage. I was like, oh my goodness, like what did I get myself into? And then once I was on stage, it was so much fun, and then I was in first call-ups, and it looked like top 3. So I was kind of like, did that actually just happen? And then, so I placed 3rd at Toronto. Then I went on to do Vancouver. And
now, were you nervous doing that show when you found out that Ashley Kaltwasser was making her comeback?
Yes, I was so nervous because she's like someone who I've looked up to anyways, and we have a very similar look with the green bikini and the dark hair, so I was kind of like, oh my goodness, like how can I stand next to her? She's like Miss Bikini Olympia from prior years.
The only 3-time at this point.
So I was like, that's crazy. And then they even took us out, just the 2 of us on stage. That was probably one of the highlights of my year last year. Was
it hard to keep it together when you were out there just you and her?
Yeah, I'm like, she's probably crushing me in all these poses right now.
Were you like mentally like fangirling out too?
I was. It was pretty cool. So that was definitely fun. And I placed second to her there, so that was a good show.
Yeah, and I had told you this because I had talked to some of the judges. You actually scored a couple first place points there.
Yeah,
but they dropped the highs and the lows. Mm-hmm. But there's not many people that up until that point could say that they ever did that.
Yeah, that was cool. I remember when you told me that in Tampa.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then I did the Vegas show, Battle in the Desert, and I placed 4th there. I think I tied with India for 3rd prejudge, and then I got bumped to 4th. And then Tampa, I placed second to Dorie there. That was how I qualified.
Yeah.
For Olympia.
So were you shocked to be in the Olympia your first year as a pro?
Oh, 1,000%. I didn't even have it. It wasn't even.
So you had all of June, July, by August. So basically within 2.5 months, you qualified for the Olympia.
Yeah. I had no idea that was even like a possible goal to set my mind on. So I didn't plan on that. It was just I was just like, I'm just gonna test it out, see a few shows. And then after I was like, holy shit, I just qualified.
So you didn't go online and look at the points and everything. You just kind of just rolled the dice.
Yeah. So for Toronto, Vancouver, I didn't, and then Sandy was like, you should do Vegas and then Tampa just so you can qualify for Olympia. And I wasn't sure if it was possible or not, so I kind of just was like, I'm just going to go with it and see, and then
I'm assuming most people realize that the Tampa Pro
that's the cutoff.
is the cutoff
Yeah.
for the Olympia. That's the last,
show is
that is it.
Yeah.
You have to get your points there, you have to compete there if you want to compete in that year's Olympia. So like this year in 2019, the 2019 IFBB Tampa Pro Championships, that's the last qualifier for the 2019 Olympia. So anything that comes after that will qualify you for the following year. So like people that did a contest after last year's Tampa Pro, those points translate to 2019 Olympia.
Yeah. So that show was nerve-wracking because I was like, I have to place in like the top 5 here in order to get my Olympic qualification. So once we walked off stage, me and Lorelei got to go off early, and we both walked off stage, and we like jumped on each other backstage, hugging. We were so excited because we're going to Olympia. So that was a good experience. And Olympia was just crazy experience. Beyond words. That's
So
experience.
give us an idea, what did you think of the Olympia?
That's my first time ever going like the expo or competing or anything.
So you'd never been there before at all?
No. So when I went, it was
Like, had you ever been to the Arnold before?
No, I've never been to
So you've never been to that either?
No.
Okay, so this is really
That's
the
why
first
it's
time
huge,
you've
yeah.
seen a huge expo with
Yeah.
the competition.
So it was
I mean,
like,
well, I mean, Toronto, but yeah, I mean, the Arnold and the Olympia are like 4 times the size of
Yeah, they're a
Toronto.
lot bigger.
It's a way bigger
Huge,
venue.
yeah.
So I mean, Toronto is, it's good, but it doesn't have, I mean, like, it's, I know, you get on stage and you're just looking
yeah.
way out
Way
there.
out, yeah.
Thousands of people,
Oh, yeah.
booths, things hanging from the ceiling,
And just
right?
like Olympia, like walking in to go backstage through all the booths, it's crazy. Everything's going on, so many people. And like the meet and greet was really cool. The athletes meeting, the tracksuits. That was cool.
Right, and then the Orleans Arena is a it's a hockey arena.
Yeah.
So
And it's cool because you get to see all the competitors and walking around, and it's like people that I've looked up to, and I got to see, like, I get to share the stage with these people, so that was cool for me.
So give us, a little bit more of your experience at the Olympia, what you thought.
The entire weekend I was kind of just like, is this really happening? It was so surreal to me in the moment. I was trying to just take everything in because it was like, there's so much going on, and I was like, I can't believe I even got here, first of all. Like, my first year as a pro, so that was cool. And then backstage was so much fun too. Like, everyone was super nice. Like, some people think it's catty, it's not at all backstage, especially the pros, very, very nice. Angelica, I was saying to you earlier, she's the sweetest girl ever, so nice. And going on the stage for finals was just insane. Like, the stage is huge, and you get to see on, like, yourself basically when you're on stage on the screens. And then
Right.
if you look out into the audience, it's like, holy shit, look at these people. There's so many people, but it was so much fun. It was a good experience.
So after the Olympia,
Mhm.
what was your thoughts? I know you didn't qualify for this year.
Yeah.
Okay, so what was your mindset, or did you need a few weeks to figure things out, or,
Well, after that, we ended up going Long Beach. We did our shoot in Long
Mhm.
Beach, and I was with the Legions. And then,
Yeah, with Ashley Kaltwasser, ironically.
yes.
Although it was the
My-
coldest day in Southern
Oh, yeah.
California that it could ever be. I mean, that was ridiculous.
That was brutal.
Listen, normally I stick them in the water regardless. And I stuck my toe in and I'm like, oh, if I can't take it, they're gonna die. They're in little bikinis, and I at least had clothes on.
I
mean,
remember
so-
it like splashed up on us, and we were like, please don't make us go.
Yeah, I was kind. I didn't let them go in because all I could think is that they turn into icicles.
Yes. Yeah, so after that then, you were saying Columbia was a really good show, so we were like, okay, cool. So like we kind of had a little game plan, and Columbia is what we set our sights on.
And then hopefully get invited.
To the Arnolds, yeah.
Right.
So I had applied, and then I ended up getting invited to the Arnolds. And when I found that out, I was so excited. I remember I was downstairs, and I was like, oh my God, I just got invited to the Arnolds. I saw the list before I got the email.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, Mark, look, I'm on the Arnold's list. And I went running upstairs. I was super excited. So that's going to be a huge experience for me too, just because every year I would watch it. Same with the Olympia Online, the live stream. So now that I get to actually be there and be on the stage, it's just huge.
So in a way, what's going to be nice is you're not going to have that shock feeling like you did at the Olympia.
Yeah.
When you see, because the Arnold is, based the same way. Those that have been to both of them, you have the huge expo.
Yeah.
You've got the where the stage is.
Mhm.
The huge stage. I mean, it seats like 5,000 people.
Yeah.
In that venue there in Columbus. It's not a hockey arena, but it's a huge venue.
It's a big one.
Right. So, I mean, you'll at least have a little idea of what you're coming into this time. So,
Yeah. I'm super excited about that.
yeah. So have you done anything different with your training or different things leading up to this, or has it been status quo, or?
Definitely not. It's been probably one of my harder preps, I would say, just because I had such a long season last year. I was dieting for like 8 months because I wasn't planning on doing Olympia. So when I only had a few, I think like a month off, and then to jump back into it, I was already kind of at that dieted phase. So I just kind of had to keep going like lower from where I already was. So it's a little bit tougher than usual, but I feel like it's not a bad thing. I thrive under pressure. So I was just saying to Mark and James the other day, I was like, honestly, it's better for me because this way it's that much more successful. It's sweeter.
Right.
Knowing that I worked for it.
Yeah. Now, jumping back to the Olympia, I'm going to throw this out there. I'm not sure if you're aware of it. I think you might be. What did you think that 1/4 of the field bikini Olympia was 23 or younger, which is like you?
That's pretty crazy. Yeah. I didn't realize the big difference in age between some of them. Like, I remember we were talking earlier about some of the competitors, and I was like, they're that old? They look so young. Because everyone looks, I mean, in the sport, everyone looks young anyways, but it's just crazy seeing, like, the newcomers come in, and it's cool that there's different generations happening.
Yeah, I mean, I had talked with different people, and I said, it's crazy that you have 1/4 of the field. You had 8 of the 32 competitors that were 23 or younger, and a lot of them won shows, or were right up there, and they got the points. And I've never seen it in the history of the IFBB Pro League Bikini, which is going on, 10 years now.
That's crazy.
So, and but it's crazy that you young girls are going in there and kicking ass.
We do our best.
So I'm gonna bring this to everybody's attention. So if you look at Jen's hair right now, okay?
Something different.
Something a little bit different from last year.
Yes.
So tell us what you're doing.
So this is my natural curly hair, which J.M. and Debbie love and want me to wear on stage. So if you're watching this is your secret footage onto what my hairstyle is going to be on stage. So instead of straight, I usually do straight. And for Olympia, I tried doing a bit of like a curl on it. And Debbie, when she saw me in Tampa, she was like, and you were like, that's your natural hair? Like, why have you not done that on stage? I remember you texted me right after I posted an Instagram story one time. So we're going to try it out. Just as a little bit more exotic. It stands out a little bit more, and it's me. It's who I am. So.
Right. Well, what made you think you had to straighten your hair?
I've always hated my curly hair growing up, so I always would straighten it out because it was just hard to manage. Up until like the past few months or so, when I've just been wearing it curly, it's so much easier, and I like it curly now.
Yeah, but like you said, all of your social media posts, you had curly hair. Or as I said, your get out of bed hair.
Yeah. I know. People didn't even know I had curly hair. They were, even like people from my high school would be like commenting on my Instagram, like, you have curly hair? I was like, yes. Every day in high school, I had my hair pin straight.
All right, so this is the Jen Dorie Hair 2.0.
Yes, and we have another surprise coming from my look, but we're not going to say it yet.
Of course, yeah, you gotta leave a little for people to see.
You guys will find out soon.
So, is there anybody else that you want to thank or you want to throw a shout out to or anything? This is your chance to do it right now.
Huge thank you to obviously my friends, family, because on those hangry days, you guys push me through and motivate me. Obviously, thanks to you for all your help and guidance. Thank you to Mark and James. Both of them are coaching me and keeping me on track.
Do Mark and James have last names? Because you keep saying Mark and James. I know, but do they know?
So Mark Anthony and
he was, what did he win? He
Mr.
won
Olympia, first ever Mr. Olympia.
He was the first ever men's physique Olympia champion.
Yes, we can't let that go.
Yes.
Yeah, so he's the first ever men's physique Olympia. So he's helping me, and also James Ayot, so Team Atlas from Montreal. The two of them are doing my coaching.
There you go.
Yeah.
Anybody else or anything?
Same thing, like my suit, obviously suit, tan, hair, everything like that is huge on presentation on stage. So my suit, it's a girl based out of Montreal, Vixen Suit, she does an amazing job. And my new suit, I can't wait to reveal it. I'm going to show you after. And same thing, tan, I'm with Liquid Sunrays, so my tan is going to be flawless this year. I was saying Tampa, that was the best color I've had, so I'm really excited to make sure tan is on point, because that's a huge thing.
Okay, so we will see you all in Columbus.
Yes.
Be sure to find her Thursday night at the Meet the Athletes at the Columbus Hilton.
Yes.
And then look for her on stage that Saturday, making her Bikini International debut.
I'm so excited.
All right, well, this is J.M.Manion and
Jennifer Dorie.
we're signing off.
Hey guys, so if you want to follow my journey to the Arnolds and my journey competing on the stage this year, follow me. My Instagram is JenniferDorie_IFBB Pro, and I'd like for you guys to come along with my journey.